Hello, America. Dave Hodges here, host of the Common Sense Show. We are the show freeing America one enslaved mind at a time. Thank you so much for joining us. Really, really good to be with you. And we are in crisis in America, and that's the theme of today's segments. And so I'm having to think, how am I identifying now? When I was younger and the Democratic Party was normal, because as go back to my junior high days, I was the only white kid on my junior high basketball team, and so most of my friends were non-white. I identified with civil rights causes big time, and I look at those times, and the Democratic Party was leading the way, and I honestly felt, well, I honestly felt the Democratic Party was more humane, and I felt that way into high school. And then there was a shift after I got out of college. And I said, well, the greed of the Republicans is well known. Their numbers aren't as great because rich people aren't as numerous. Okay, well, things shifted. How do I identify today? This is a short piece that's going to tell you how Dave Hodges identifies politically today. And we're going to listen to what Marjorie Taylor Greene said. And I'm going to say I echo that, but I go a step further, a giant leap further than she went. And she may feel exactly the same way I do, and she just didn't express it in that interview. But my goodness gracious, people, we are living in very difficult times. And I think you need to assess what you stand for. What is your root of support? What do you label yourself as? And I'll give you a hint. Spoiler alert. I'm no longer GOP. I'm going to have the discussion today with my wife as we go to the event out in Scottsdale where I can meet the public. Um, that we're talking about actually pulling our Republican registration. The only problem is with that, if you do that, you can't vote in the primary in a lot of states. So I may keep that through the primary so I can unelect all the incumbents because none of them deserve to return. I would say, except for Thomas Massey. That's the only person I trust right now. Well, what about, no, you can mention any name you want. Your guy, oh, he's not that bad. Yeah, he's that bad. If they weren't that bad, they'd be doing what Massey's doing, and they're in the media night and day taking a heat because they're standing up for you. And most of them, even if they feel that way, don't have the balls to pull it off. They won't do it. They have no courage, no guts. They follow the donor money, just like TPUSA. So we'll talk about that. Um, we, I sometimes get no say, Dave, the Nanosoma products are too expensive. No, they're not expensive at all. Compared to comparable supplementals, they are right in the middle of the road, if not lower. But if you had to make a choice and maybe you don't get all three, you get the one, here's the one I would get. If you really, in this declining health age and healthcare costs are through the roof, that's what you should be complaining about. This is what I would do. If I didn't be able to afford health insurance or I couldn't afford what they want to give me, the prescriptions are increasingly more expensive. Nanosoma spray, this boosts your immune system to unbelievable levels, performed a miracle with me. And yet I have people writing into me all the time saying, Dave, I had my miracle too. And it's a hell of a lot better than when you go to your doctor like they did to my mother. She was on 17 medications. My sister and I scheduled an appointment with her doctor, took her in, and we said, explain all these medicines to us. And I found out about six of them were totally unnecessary, and about five or six more were to counter the effects of the medicines that were unnecessary. We got our medications down to three. All right. Now, last time I counted, this was one. Go to iwantmyhealthback.com/Dave Hodges. iwantmyhealthback.com/Dave Hodges. Well, let's see if we can't listen to Marjorie Taylor Greene. And man, I'll tell you, I'm increasingly identifying with her. If she were in office, I'd say return her. She's telling the truth. It cost her her political career because she said Trump is not acting in accordance with his campaign promises. Bingo, it's a fact. And some of you have so much cognitive dissonance, you refuse to see it. The $1 billion a day we're spending on this war that's crushing this economy that was already in trouble. That's absolutely insane, people. It's insane that we've allowed it to happen. It's insane that we don't stand up and do something about it. It's insane that you watch Fox News and believe all their BS. Oh, Trump good. And if you believe that assassination attempt now, really, as I've looked at Secret Service protocols and what wasn't done, either the most incompetent boobs ever that couldn't help their mother cross the street, or it's all about, hey, support our ballroom. BAAL. Oh, Dave, is he on fire here today? Well, I'd say a little bit I am. Absolutely. Let's Here's Marjorie Taylor Greene in an interview, and listen to the question that she's asked.
You still consider yourself a Republican?
I would not. I don't really know if I do consider myself one right now. I would say I'm definitely leaning more calling myself an independent.
Have you
And
gone so far as to change your
I
registration yet?
haven't, not yet. I haven't changed it yet, but I will probably think uh pretty deeply about doing that.
I'm right there with her after the midterms, so I can do my duty and toss them all. Are you ready to join? Because I've had enough of this. And I'm not suffering the brunt of it like so many Americans are. Listen, two-thirds of America is in trouble right now, financially today, in trouble. They don't know how they're going to get to the next month. It's not paycheck to paycheck, it's paycheck to whatever I hope I can land on and get enough debt to keep things going. I'm not there yet, but we are all going to be there. Please, please, toss them all. Everyone except Thomas Massie, who's up for re-election in the GOP, replace them with their primary candidate. If they felt that this movement was going to grow, first of all, be prepared. Oh, the conspiracy theorists, paranoid, mentally ill people are going to toss them all. Don't they know the Republican Party is the best for them? Yeah, and then CNN, which the Communist News Network, would chime in with their nonsense. Okay, so be prepared to take the hits, but do the job. You only need to know one thing. You don't have to even look at the issues. There's only one person worth returning. Get the rest out. You'd be better off voting yourself in. And that would send a message. And the job of every politician is to get reelected so they can continue to drink from the trough of the public money. That's a fact. And throw in a little AIPAC money from Israel, and you got a happy group. Threaten to take away their office, and all of a sudden, phew, gee, I might have to make some compromises here. The people sent me a strong message. Will I survive 2028? Let's hope they don't survive 2026. Do your job.